You know, the book goes on and says that just as trees, need water, intimate relationships are living things. And as the seasons of life pass, they can't be left to fend for themselves. They need attention and nourishment. Your relationship will only be as good as the attention you give to it, what you feed it with, right? The another person's relationship, green grass, is because they water it. Your relationship can just be as good and better than theirs if only you water yours and take care of this, right? Your relationship with your spouse, your relationship with your children, is as good as your nourishment of it, the attention you give to it, the way you cultivate it, the time you spend, the attention you give to the details of it, that's what's going to make it happen. I just love this weekend. I'll just be meditating on the 10th commandment. It says, thou shalt not covet. Thou shalt not covet. There's so much power in that 10th commandment. Thou shalt not covet, right? Don't look at another person's life to judge your life. Make the best of what God has given you. Focus on what you have and make the best of it. Cultivate what you have, whether it be location, whether it be the money, whether it be people, whether it be placing in life. Cultivate what you have. Make the best of it. That's all life requires of you. And you will get everything that you need from life. Don't be always looking at, oh, someone is better than me. They are doing that. Should I do it? Oh, yeah. That's stupidity, huh? You need peace in your life. So Paul was writing, I believe he was writing to the Thessalonian church. It says study to live a quiet life. Your way to live a quiet life is to be contented with what you have. To be contented with what you have. Don't convert another person's wife. Your wife is the best that you need. She might not be there right now, but she has everything you need in this life for a wife that heaven has given. All you need to do is nurture her, cultivate her, do your part. It's not about wishing that another person is your wife. It's about doing something about the wife that you have. Other people might have children that are this or that. Your children are the best heaven can give you. And you can nurture them. Nurture them. You will be pleased. You'll be amazed at the end result if you do your own part. Right? Relationships are living things. People are living things. They sprout to the extent to which you nurture them, you cultivate them, you spend time, you give attention to them, you invest in them. Right? Thou shalt not covet. Love what you have. Make the best of it. Nourish it. That is what heaven requires of you. That's the key. That's the key to true riches. That's how you open the windows of heaven. A lot of people block their windows of heaven. They have a brass over their head because they're always coveting. Oh, my friend has this. Oh, God, you are not good. Oh, my friend had children finish school before me. Oh, they have already married. Oh, I have not married. All of those are words that are blocking your heaven. Those are words that bring a curse over someone's life. Thou shalt not covet. Let me move on. All right. Love seems the swiftest, but it is the slowest of all growth. No man or woman really knows what perfect love is until they have been married a quarter of a century. Love takes time to grow, just like every other thing in life. Nature is never in a hurry. Nature is never in a hurry. Take your time to nourish your life. Take your time to grow. Take your time to grow. Take your time to nourish your life. You right? Never in a hurry. You see someone that wants to lose weight. For long as you're focusing on the weight, you will never see the result of the exercise you're doing. But if you take your mind off the weight and continue doing the right things, you'll be surprised where you will get to. You say, I have a good toned body. I love my toned body. I do exercise. I pay the price for it. I get a workout 3 times a week. And I love the result. I love my broad chest. You see, I'm talking to you, I'm not falling down. This is a broad chest. It came from work. You see my hand? I love it. If I put it here, I'm proud of it. I work it out. It didn't come in one day. It didn't come in one day. I built it over time and I'm still building it. But I love the result I'm seeing, right? It takes time. And your relationship also takes time. Continue to do the right thing. Don't be in a hurry to see the result. Oh, I've been doing this. I've been giving her money. Oh, she's still not loving me. She's still not respecting me. Focus on your part. At the right time, you will see the results. Focus on your part. Do your part. Again, a healthy relationship is not one that you come into because of what you want to get. It's because of what you want to give. A healthy relationship is not one you come into because of what you want to get. It's because of what you want to give. Yes, what makes it vibrant, what makes it alive, what nourishes it, what gives it glory is what you get, not what you give. But you must go into it because of what you want to give, not what you want to get. All right, let's move on. Amazing things can happen when a relationship is nurtured over a decade. When you nurture it over a decade, you have history. You have history. Things can happen, but you know where we're coming from. And I have friends like that. I have friends we have history together. You know, people I've known for decades. And today I'm connected to people from my elementary school. I left elementary school in 1978. I'm connected to people from my secondary school. I left secondary school in 1983. I'm connected to people from my university. I left university in 1990. You know, I'm connected to people from my old place of work. You know, I left there in 1996. Uh, and I'm working where I am. I've been working here the last 28 years. So I have different relationships that I've nurtured over time, you know, and those are important because we have history, right? On the other hand, if our most important relationship is neglected, life can devolve into isolation and loneliness. You know, when it comes to relationship, what you get is what you put into it, right? You have to invest to get the results, you know, that you get out of it, you know. So some quick things, keys to satisfying relationship include affection. You must have affection, and we said it. Two important emotions in the relationship, affection and empathy. And we spoke on those two the last two Sundays, right? There's no there's no relationship, there's no affection, right? You also need to be curious. You need to ask questions. You need to ask after people. You know, if your friend is your spouse is not feeling well or is down, you need to ask questions. Don't always assume, right? Asking questions is another way of showing empathy. The person wants to, it feels seen, feel heard, and so feels loved, you know. It's also the willingness to face towards challenges, emotions, and problems rather than avoid them. You know, it's a willingness to resolve things together. You know, that also shows love. You know, so I'm trying to close here now. So relationship and especially intimate ones play a crucial role in how satisfied we are in any particular moment. You know, when you have the right relationships in your life, you know, it has to the level of satisfaction you have with life. I can tell you that. I have a lot of friends. You know, I have a lot of people I can call on to, you know, people that cannot possibly die for me, or at least I can die for, you know, and I continue to build it, right? And one of the things I did, you know, I because I'm a life coach, you know, I have lifetime goals for me, you know, what I want to happen on my dying bed, you know, what I want my parents to say about me, my siblings to say about me, my children to say about me, my wife to say about me, friends to say about me, colleagues to say about me. I have all of that written down. And every day I live to make sure that will be. I live my every day to ensure that will be on my dying bed. That will be what people will say about me. So I do that on a daily basis. I already do know what I want my wife to think about me. So on a daily basis, I sow, I invest to make sure that is what will happen, right? It's not going to happen by accident. Your children will not love you by accident. Your children will not appreciate you by accident. Your children will not draw close to you by accident. It's a function of your investment in their life. I'm not saying you should kill yourself within the limit of what you can do, within the limit of who you are. Pay attention to the important people, important persons, important relationships in your life, because that's what will keep you, right? Again, this book is a good life. We're saying what it takes to live a good life, what it takes to live long and well, long and well, long and well, right? What it takes to live long and be fulfilled, what it takes to be healthy, what it takes to feel complete in living this life. I would say it's relationship. It's having the right relationships in your life, right? And to do that, you have to invest into them, right? So intimate connections become particularly important in late life, right? As when you're young, but in late life, when everybody's gone their way, the only people that will call you are the people you have invested into their lives. You sit down, nobody's calling you, is because when you could, you did not call them. You did not invest in their life. But if you invest when you can, you will reap the harvest of your investment when you need it. There'll be a time you'll be needing people to call you. Call people now when you can, because those are the people that will call you, or someone at least will call you because of your investment, because God is the God of the harvest. So when you can, because someday you will need to reap, right? So uh, couples who are able to face stresses together reap benefit in health. When couples are able to face stress together, it makes them, it brings them apart, and it increases the quotient of their health. But when they're not able to, they become depressed and their health deteriorates, right? So, but when couples are able to face problems together as one, not as two, right? It increases their health, their well-being, and satisfaction in their relationship. Intimate relationships can be an incredible source of sustenance for our minds and our body, right? But there are limits what they can do, right? But when your relationships are right, it affects the whole of your body, the whole of it. But there are people that don't feeling well. The doctor cannot find out why they are not feeling well. It's just because they don't have the right relationships in their life. It's not a physical thing. It's not the village people. Some of these people that have problems, it's not village people. No. It's just psychological problem. They don't have the right relationship in their life. It's not a physiological thing. They're not feeling well. It's not a physiological thing. It's just because they don't have the right relationship in their life. It's not village people. It's what you have invested into the relationships in your life. You are psychologically not well, right? And it's affecting your physiology, right? So I'm about closing here. If we want to give a relationship the best chance of success, we have to support it by sustaining all other parts of our life. Sometimes we overburden some relationship because we're not taking care of other areas of our lives. If I depend on my wife for everything, she's gonna wear out, right? But because I'm a full person, I don't expect that to be the one that will exercise with me, the one that would think about business with me, that would drive me here. We need to live a full life, right? Because you married somebody doesn't mean you have to overburden the person. You still have to be yourself, be alive. You need friends. Your wife should not be your only friend. She'll get tired of you. You get tired of her, right? You need to live a whole life. You need to have people in the office you relate with, people in church you relate with, your family people you relate with. It's narcissists are the people that try to cut you away from every other relationship in your life. If you're having a relationship with somebody and the person's trying to cut you away from other relationship in your life, run away from that person. That person wants to imprison you. That person wants to use you, right? In a healthy relationship, it does not cut you away from the other relationships in your life, because a full human being needs people for different things in their lives, right? I need my workers in my farm to do some things that my wife cannot do. I need my lawyer to do things my wife cannot do. I need my consultants to do things my wife cannot do. I need my people in the office to do things my wife cannot do, right? I need I need my siblings. I need my parents to do things, right? I need my children to do things, right? The more complete we live, the better our relationship, our relationships are. And we're not overburdening any part of our relationship for our slack in one other part, right? So let's live full. Let's live full. Let's live full, right? And not overburden any relationship. Our partners may in fact be our better halves, but they can't by themselves. They make us whole. My wife cannot do everything I need. I need friends in my life, and I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of friends, And as I read this, it helps me to even have more friends, and that's important. That helps my relationship with my wife, So because I'm not overburdening her for my social needs, as it were. As we close here, there's this quote here by Henry David Thoreau: "There is no remedy for love, but to love more." There's no remedy for love, but to love more. The way to live a good life, the way to enjoy this life is just to love more, not less. Love more. Love your spouse more. Love your parents more. Love your children more. Love your co-workers more. Love God more. Love your pastor more. Love your congregation more. Love your associates more. Love your workers more. Love your whatever more. Bible says we should hold nobody anything but to love. Love is the key to life, right? Let's love more. Let's learn how to love more. I'm not saying be stupid. You still have to have your boundary conditions, but love more, right? So seek to catch your spouse doing something kind. Focus on the good. That will build your relationship. Step out of the old routines. Let your spouse know that you're thinking about it. Don't just do the same thing without thinking. It makes a lot to know that someone is thinking about me and doing something because of me. Use the wiser model. We talked about the wiser model in chapter 6. It's pretty much just not being a hurry, taking in things, understanding things, and responding, not reacting. Responding, not reacting, right? And I'm going to close with this quote here by Mark Timberlake: is "Love is an action, not a feeling. Love is an action, not a feeling. For God so loved the world that he gave." He did not love the world so much that he felt. He gave, right? If I love, I will do something that will show my love. Love is a choice also. It's not something you're forced into. It's something you choose to do. You choose to do. You choose to love. You choose to be a better husband. You choose to be a better wife. You choose to be a better parent. You choose to be a better friend. You choose to be a better boss. You choose to be a better pastor. You choose to be a better member of the congregation or church member. Love is a choice. In fact, love is a commitment. Right? You commit to the person you love. It's a commitment, right? It's a commitment, meaning you have a vision for that love. And that commitment, that vision keeps away the things that does not work for that love or that commitment or that vision, right? And focuses on the things that bring you together. All right.